Chapter 1. Awakening in the Deep. The sky was gone. Silence had the taste of rust, and I was breathing something that shouldn't exist. Silence. Not the silence of night, nor the still hush of an empty room. This was something else. A silence so complete, it felt unnatural. Something vast and waiting, watching. Amuro opened his eyes. At first, there was only black, a living, breathing blackness. Not a lack of light, but an active void, one that crept along the edges of vision, like oil sliding down wet glass. It didn't just surround him, it observed him. He gasped for air and instantly regretted it. The air was wet, but not with water. It was thick with decay, like breathing in the taste of rust and rotten leaves. The scent of old blood lingered somewhere beneath it, metallic and raw. Stone scraped under his fingers. He was lying on cold stone, uneven, and etched with shallow grooves. Carvings, runes, it was too dark to see, but he could feel them, like scars beneath his fingertips. His muscles ached, but not with fatigue, with rebirth, like a body that had forgotten how to be used. He sat up slowly. Pain rippled through him, sharp and sudden, as if something inside him didn't want him to move yet. But he forced it down, bit into his lip, and opened his eyes wider. Still darkness, but now shapes. Shadows revealed themselves, towering archways of black stone, cracked pillars, walls pulsing with strange, thread-like growths. Not vines, no. These were too perfect. Filaments strung like webbing across the chamber, shimmering faintly with colorless light. They moved slightly, breathing with the rhythm of the underground, and the silence was broken. A sound, a soft click, then another, followed by a slow, wet hiss. Amuro turned toward the noise, heart pounding. There, at the edge of sight, something moved. It shuffled on all fours, gnarled and twisted. A small, hunched creature with sickly green-gray skin and eyes like pools of ink. No pupils, no whites, just dark, bottomless voids staring directly at him. Its jaw opened, rows of jagged needle-like teeth bared in a grin no creature should wear. He scrambled backward, heart hammering, but the goblin didn't lunge, not yet. It watched, twitching, salivating, testing. Amuro looked down at himself. His clothes were tattered, black fabric clinging to him like charred silk. Straps of leather and strange buckles looped around his arms and waist. A belt hung from his side with empty slots, perhaps once meant for vials or tools. He had no weapons. The goblin snarled and charged. Instinct took over. He ducked right, rolling across the stone floor. The creature's rusted blade sliced air inches from his head. Without thinking, Amuro kicked out, hitting it in the gut. The goblin stumbled. He lunged, bare hands closing around its thin neck. It screeched, scratching at his arms, but Amuro did not let go. Something rose inside him, a flame, or perhaps a memory. He wrestled the dagger from its grip and plunged it deep into the goblin's throat. And then the world shook. Not outside, inside. A strange light burst behind his eyes. He fell to his knees, breathing raggedly, as if the creature's death had triggered something in him. The goblin's body collapsed, but it didn't die like it should have. Its form flickered, turning to ash and shadow, and from that swirling dust, a current flowed into Amuro. Memories, hunger, pain. The crawl through tunnels, fear of fire, fear of something deeper, but more than that, a skill. Ability gained, shadow ripstep. A short backward blink, leaving behind a phantom image to confuse enemies, useful for sudden retreats or baiting attacks. Amuro blinked, his hands trembling. His vision spun. His right hand burned. He looked down. A rune was glowing beneath his skin, etched into the flesh, alive. Lines curved and split like circuitry, pulsing faintly with violet light. He wasn't imagining this. Something had changed. And then, a voice, but not out loud, inside his mind, like someone speaking through layers of cloth, ancient, fragmented, foreign. Thread awakened, echo accepted. The path begins. Who's there? Amuro thought, panic crawling up his throat. You are chosen. Weaver of the zero thread, herald of ruin or salvation. The voice faded. Amuro stood shakily. The rune continued to pulse, and now he could see more clearly. The darkness was not complete. There were paths, passages, lights. The dungeon had depth. Far in the distance, he saw something move. No, someone. A much larger figure emerged from another corridor. Hulking, slow, metallic limbs glinting in dim, unnatural light. A red glow pulsed from its chest, like a mechanical heart. It dragged something behind it. A weapon? No, a chain. Its head turned, its dead, glassy eyes locked onto Amuro. The runes on his hand flared. Not again.